everyone, it's Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. But today I want to talk about my most disappointing reads of 2019. And I didn't want to use the word worst because they were just disappointing to me. But they may be your favorite, and I'm so sorry if they are. No reflection on you, these books just weren't right for me and my reading tastes. So let's just jump right in. The first book is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. I know I mispronounced that. But I absolutely adored Milk and Honey. That was such a powerful book to me. And it is the kind of minimalist poetry where it's just a couple of super impactful deep lines in each poem. And so I read The Sun and Her Flowers, and I went into it thinking this is going to be amazing and powerful because Milk and Honey was, and I just didn't really enjoy it. I gave it 2 stars. I just thought it was lacking a lot, and it just didn't have the same impact that Milk and Honey did. And part of that may be because I had such high expectations going in, but I do think I'll probably give it another reread with an open mind at a later date and see if I still feel the same way. The next book is The Right Swipe by Alicia Rai, and this is a tough one. I really appreciated that it had POC characters and it had a lot of good rep, and that it talks about important topics, but I just didn't enjoy the book as a whole. The plot line to me really dragged, and the main female protagonist really got on my nerves because she was overly cold to the point where I didn't really find it believable, and I just didn't connect with her, so I didn't care. And I just thought the characters were really black and white, and one thing that really irritates me just in anything is when you think something's gonna happen, like a steamy love scene's gonna happen, and then they get interrupted. Once is fine, but in this book it happened a lot, and it really got on my nerves, and I just decided I just did not care. And so I DNF'd this book when I was close to being done because I just wasn't going to waste my time on a book that I didn't care about. Not saying that this is a horribly written book, just the style was not for me. Next I read The Dark Between Stars by Atticus, and this is a poetry collection, and this is probably my lowest rated book of the year. I gave it 1 star. It's got like poems on one page and then like photos on the next page, and really the photos just look like generic stock photos that you can get from Adobe or find on Google, and the poems weren't really poems as much as things that you might find on like inspirational quotes on Facebook, and it was just really uninspiring and very cliche, and I didn't find one poem in there that I really felt anything reading, and I just thought it was horrible, and I'm so sorry if you love that book. I just really, really love poetry, and to me it just wasn't good poetry for my tastes. So again, I gave it 1 star, and I'm definitely unhauling that book. Next is Look Alive 25 by Janet Ivanovich, and this one really hurt me because I love the Stephanie Plum series. I have read them, I don't know how many times. They're so funny, and I just love all the shenanigans that she gets into, and she's such a horrible bounty hunter, but it always ends up working out in her favor. And then this is the 25th installment of the series, and it was just boring, and it wasn't funny, and it really made me sad, and I DNF'd it halfway through. I just couldn't do it, and I think it's gotten to the point where the series needs to just end, and she actually just came out with book 26 this year, which I'm still probably going to give a chance just because I love the series so much. But I was just really disappointed in Look Alive 25. I thought it wasn't up to her usual standards, and it just kind of felt like the usual effort wasn't put into it, and it just wasn't as entertaining as they usually are. So I gave that one 2 stars. Next is The Price Guide to the Occult by Leslie Walton. I buddy read this with my friend Cheyenne, and I absolutely adore the aesthetics of the book. Like, it's gorgeous. And so I'm probably going to keep it just for that reason. But this one, I really enjoyed the first half of it. I thought the atmosphere and the writing was good, and I loved the creepy vibes I was getting. But then the second half of the book kind of felt like a different book, and it kind of took a nosedive, and just things were thrown together at the end, and the love interests or relationship came out of nowhere, and it just didn't fit, and it was way too rushed. And I think maybe if it had been longer and more developed, I would have enjoyed it more. So, have you read any of these books? Do you think I need to give one of them a second chance? If so, let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.